Hi everybody. Today we're gonna start putting some characters into our games, and specifically we're gonna put in a built-in character that comes with Unity, and his whole purpose is to just let us explore our games while we're building them. You'll notice his model is a construction worker, and the idea is, we're just kind of still building the game, but we want to be able to run around and kind of get a feel for the environment. So what I'm going to do is create a brand new project with nothing in it. I'm just going to put that on my desktop. /demo project, and you'll notice there's packages here that I can import, and the character controller package is the one we want. And I could just check this box and have that package already imported into my project when I start it, but I'm actually not going to check it because I want to show you how to import it within the project as well. So if you forget to check that box right now, then once the project is open and everything is kind of ready to go, we can still import that package. I'll show you how to do that in just 1 minute. After my project loads up. Should be ready in just 1 second here. There we go. Alright, so here's my totally empty project, and if I want to access that same menu of packages of stuff that I can import, I'm just going to go up to Assets right up here at the top, Import New Package, and then this is all the same stuff. So I'm going to choose Character Controller. So that imports the character controller package, which is all of this stuff. So we've got prefabs in here, that'll be really useful to us. And then we've got all of the pieces that come together to make those prefabs. So we've got FBX files, which are 3D models. We've got mat files, which are materials. We've got PNG files, which are the images that make up those materials. Notice they're in the textures folder, they're called textures. Then we have a folder of scripts that describes some behaviors that these prefabs can do. But we can also use those scripts for our own purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and import all of that stuff. And then once that's done, I'll show you again everything that we just imported and what we need to do to get that character into our game. So here's my standard assets folder. That's going to keep all the stuff that Unity gives me. And then inside standard assets, there's character controllers, which is what I just imported. Inside character controllers, we've got a first-person controller prefab, or third-person controller prefab, excuse me. See down here it says .prefab, first-person controller prefab, and then a sources folder, which is all the stuff. So here's all the materials that you need to create these two prefabs. So we can either use the prefabs as they are, or we can grab sources, all the stuff that's in the sources folder, and use that stuff individually. So instantiating, creating an instance, or creating an object from one of these prefabs is as simple as dragging it right into the hierarchy. And there he is. He's in the game. You could also, if you wanted to, drag that prefab directly into your scene view and create instances that way. So, super easy to just drag him in. And then once he's in there, because he was a prefab, that means that the creator of the prefab can actually set up a whole bunch of components and other behaviors for him, and they stick with him as a prefab. So when you make a prefab, you specify all this stuff beforehand, and then every instance of that prefab, every time you make an object from it, you will have all those same things. Whereas if you have a 3D model, that doesn't come with any of the stuff on it. You would have to make a prefab with all the stuff on it, then you could create instances of that prefab. Okay, so we'll talk more about this in later videos, but that's just really, really simple how to instantiate or create an object from a prefab of the third-person controller in Unity.